Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Ankush here from Alif Consulting. Welcome in our Azure Migrate video. In this video, we will be going to talk about how we can discover or assess the VMs or the instances from GCP, right? So in our previous video, we discovered how we can install the discovery appliance, how we can do the discovery, how we can see the VMs, how we can install the dependency agent, right? So that's kind of discovery we have done. In this video, we specifically going to focus on the assessment part, right? The discovery is a one thing. Once the discovery is done, once the application discovery has been done, everything has been done, the next step is going to be the assess the environment, because assessment is something which is going to show you if your VM is fully qualified for the migrations to the Azure, or is there any changes is required, or what is the pricing or the sizing is going to be suitable to move that specific VM to the Azure from GCP, right? So that's the assessment thing which we are going to do in this video. Well, here is the assessment part. So we're going to do two things. We're going to run the assessment based on the server metadata and the configuration information, and then we are going to run the assessment based on the performance data, right? So there is a two kind of assessment which we can run to assess a GCP instance, right? So let's quickly jump into the demo. So I already have Azure Migrate opened. You can see my VMs are already discovered. It's showing me the distribution, OS distribution. If you click on the discovery of the VM, you would be able to see all the plenty of information which has been available, right? It's showing me the application inventory. It's showing me the VM dependencies. What are the operating system, memory, storage, disk, cores, everything is available here for the discovery, right? So now what is the next step is going to be? Next step is going to be the assessment, as I mentioned in our slide, right? So to do the assessment, what you need to do, you need to click on assess, right? What kind of assessment is going to be, right? So we have a four type of assessment. Either it's going to be the Azure VM, Azure SQL, Azure App Service, or Azure VMware Solution, right? So in my case, it's going to be the Azure virtual machine, right? So once you click on that, you need to create your assessment, right? That's why it's going to show you all the informations, right? So you need to select the assessment type, you need to select the discover from migrate appliance, or do you want to do the assessment for the imported server which you have imported through the CSV, right? So in my case, I'm going it through the uh, discovery from the Azure Migrate appliance, and then you can select your sizing criteria, location, reservations, option, or the hybrid benefits, right? If you click on edit, you would be able to edit these informations, right? So let's take an example. What is your target location is going to be? So let's take an example. I want to go for East US, right? So what is the storage type is going to be, right? I'm selecting it as automatic. So let's select based on the information available or gathered by the appliance, right? What are the saving plan is going to be? Either it's going to be the 1 year reservation, 3 year reservation, either you want to use the saving plans or you don't want to use any kind of saving plans, right? So I'm selecting for 1 year. What is the sizing criteria is going to be? Either it's going to be the performance based or either it's going to be as a on-premise, right? So you have a two sizing criteria, right? So you can select as per your requirement. If you want to map one-to-one mapping of your sizing of your VM as it is on on-premise to the cloud, you can use as on-premise, or either you want to select from based on the performance, then you can select the performance base also, right? So it's again depend on your VM application requirement, or what are the saving criteria you have. What is the performance histories need to be picked? What is the percent of utilization is need to be considered for the performance based utilization? What are the VM series is need to be considered? You can select it. I'm selecting as. What is the comfort pattern is going to be? Either it's going to be 1 to 1, or either it's going to be 2 to 3x, 4x, 1 to 1.2x, 3x, 4x. That's something you can select. What is the pricing is going to be? What is the currency is going to be? You do have a plenty of options to be done. Either you can select the US dollar, either you can select Australian dollar, Canadian dollars, euros, pounds, rupees, yen, Korean won. So you have plenty of options to be done. right? And if you have Windows licenses to be already available with your software insurance, that's something you can enable here also, right? Or if you don't have, you can click on no, right? So once all of this configuration is done, you can click on save. You can select your source, you can select your assessment type, and then you can select click, right? You can define the assessment name. So let's give it a name, GCP assessment, GCP. Let's give it a name of group of this server, GCP group. Select the server, click on next, and click on create assessment, right? So what all these inputs which you have given in this assessment creations will be used to done the assessment for this virtual machine, on which going to give us the output of what is the migration status is going to be look like, what is the sizing is going to be, what are the storage option can be used, what is the overall monthly cost is going to look like for this VM, right? So if you can see, the GCP assessment is being computed. It will going to take a few minutes to be ready, right? Now how you can see this assessment report, right? So as of now, you're not seeing any assessment report here, right? If you see, there's no assessment report is available as of now here, being this is going on a refresh stage, right? Now how you can see your assessment report? For that, you need to click on overview, you need to click on assessments under the manage, and here you would be able to see your assessment report. Now the assessment report is ready, right? So if you click on this assessment report, you would be able to see plenty of informations which is available based on the input which you have given into the assessment, right? So yes, give it a few seconds to get open. Now it's giving you the Azure readiness. Is it available for the migration to Azure without any issues? Yes, it's ready. What is the monthly estimate is going to be for storage or for compute? What is the monthly estimate is going to be for the disk, right? And then you do have a plenty of options. If you want to change any settings, anything in this assessment, that's something you can do. You can download this assessment, you can recalculate this assessment, you can refresh it, you can delete it. That's something you can do it, right? So it's giving you the confidence rating assessment is of this assessment is low, because this is just we have run it uh, in few minutes, or I can say within 1 hour. However, to give it a good confidence rating, you need to make sure it should be there for at least 1 day after starting the discovery to get the confidence rating. Now in Azure readiness, you can go ahead and check the assessment detail. What are the Azure readiness is look like? Is there anything related to the sizing? What is the boot type is going to be? What is the disk? What is the storage type? What is the suggested migration tool can be used for the migration, right? And then further you can see what is the cost detail is going to be, what is the breakup of overall cost is going to be. So all of this information would be available in this assessment once the assessment is done, right? So that's how you can done the assessment. You can create your assessment, you can uh, put your inputs as per your requirement or as per the assessment requirement. Then you can see the further confidence rating, you can see the machine readiness, you can see the cost details, you can see all of the information which is available there for the assessment. Well, that's it in this demo. I hope you like this video. If you like, please click on like and subscribe for more upcoming videos, and feel free to reach us if you have any questions, right? Thank you.